Hey everybody, this is July the 3rd, 2023. A lot of things popping off right now all over the world, big things happening, a lot of things exploding. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a great 4th of July tomorrow and celebrates and spends time with their families. I wanted to talk to y'all today about something that's just started happening to me, and it's got to do with the targeting. Um, but before I get into that, for the people who are asking me about my Yoda shirt, yes, I am a big Star Wars fan. Yoda is a very powerful Jedi. He has a very powerful connection with the Force, or better known as God. You can call it. There's all kind of names for God. You can call it Force, the Source, the Light, whatever. It's all the same thing. But Yoda can offer some very powerful and wise advice, okay? Especially now for the times that we're in. And well, let me put it this way. If you don't like Star Wars, then you're missing out on a very powerful connection with the Force, okay? With God. Am I saying that Yoda is pointing us back to God? Yeah. Yes. Listen to what he says. And if you're spiritually awakened, you'll get it. Okay. What I want to talk about is the targeting and my feet. Okay. The directed energy weapons have been targeting my feet. They've been hitting my feet. Okay. Now, I haven't had this problem with my feet before. I did have a problem a while back, and I was talking to my friend Cheryl about this because she's having a problem with her knee. A couple of months ago, I got up out of bed and I had the back of my knee, my right knee, and the back of it was real sore and hurting. And I thought, well, what's up with that? And so I started putting the orange oil and tea tree oil and everything on it, and it got a little better and it went away for a couple of days and then it came back, okay? And so I knew that it was the directed energy weapons that was hitting my knee, okay? I've known for a while. Well, that's pretty much what's causing all of my pain and sickness. So what I did was at night while I was sleeping, I put one of my selenite sticks underneath that leg, or right there under the knee where it was hurting, and slept with it there. And I think it was just one night I did that, and the next day the pain was gone. So what the selenite does, see, the selenite is like liquid light, and it helps move that energy. Okay, so that energy, what happens when they hit you with these energy weapons, that energy kind of builds up in that area and causes pain, and it actually is like a blockage. So if you got a tool that you can use to help move that energy out, move that stuck energy out of your body, that'll help a lot. So the selenite will do that. It's known for removing negative energy. So it'll help move that energy out of your leg or of your knee. But anyway, that was a couple of months ago when I had that with the knee. But about a couple of days ago, I woke up and when I got out of bed and I put my feet on the floor, my feet on my right foot was like sore. It felt kind of like, it wasn't really that bad at first. It just felt like it was sore and kind of tingling like, but it was it hurt to walk on it. And I thought, at first I thought, well, what have I done to my foot? maybe I stepped on something out in the yard, while I was doing yard work, and or anyway. So I started soaking it in Epsom salt, and then I started putting some of the orange oil and lemon oil on it, and it got a little better. But then the next morning, when I woke up, I had a burning sensation in my left foot, and then I knew that second morning I knew this was the directed energy weapons hitting my feet. Okay, so this is the first time this is happening to me. They've hit me everywhere else, and they've used every kind of weapon they have, and they've hit everything in my house and outside my house. So now they're hitting my feet. So I knew that second morning when I woke up with the pain in my left foot, I knew then that it was the directed energy weapons. Okay, and listen, before nighttime that day, I could feel the pain of the burning sensations moving up my legs into my calves. I could feel it moving through the calves of my legs. So I knew. I said, I'm in trouble. I better do something about this right now. So I started doing Epsom. I started soaking in Epsom salt, and I started using the essential oils. And then I thought, I was trying to think of a way to protect my feet. So I made me some shoes to wear at nighttime, and I used the same material that I used for everything else, from my bubble hat and from the bubble foil that I put over my windows and that I got over my bed. I used the same material because it's a reflective material. It's supposed to reflect the microwaves. So I made me some bubble foil shoes to wear at night, and I said, well, this really should help. Okay, so I wore them that night. And while I had them on, I felt like a stinging, even with my shoes on now, I felt a stinging sensation on my big toe, and then I felt another stinging sensation on my other foot. And I said, well, somehow they're getting through the bubble foil. Somehow the weapons are still getting through the bubble foil. And I want to show you what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't believe in these invisible, silent weapons that they're hitting people with, I have tons of proof. Not only do I have photos of them, okay, but I have other proof. But right now, this is another proof that I discovered this morning, because when I took my shoes off, I noticed this right away, and I hope y'all can see this, because I want to. This is the shoes, and I know that it looks like space shoes, but honestly, folks, my life is starting to look that way. Yeah. I'm moving into the space age, obviously. But anyway, I want to try to show y'all this burn place, and I hope y'all can see it right there on the side of the shoe. Okay, that is a hole burned into the bubble foil with the directed energy weapons, so they can get to my foot. This foot has one too. Right there. Another hole burned into the bubble foil. Okay. Now the places where these holes are exactly where I was feeling the stinging and burning last night on my foot. So, can these weapons, can they burn through the bubble foil? Yes, they can. So, even though it still helps to protect my feet. They can still get through the bubble foil if they want to. And they actually burn their way, the weapons burn their way through. Got to my foot. So after that, then I decided, well, I'm going to have to do something else. I'm still wearing my bubble shoes, but I've still got to do, I said I got to do more because they're getting through the bubble foil. So I know which window the weapons are coming through. I know that much because I have photos of the weapons actually coming down the hallway. So I know, and taking the information that I have, that I know, and using that to try to help protect myself is the best way to go about it. So I knew they were coming through the window on my back door, the weapons being shot through the window, down the hallway, and then into my bedroom and hitting my feet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that window. Now I haven't wanted to cover this window because this is really the only way I have to see outside is my window through my back door, and I have all my windows in my bedroom covered, but I really didn't want to cover this one. But now it looks like it's going to be necessary for me to cover that window. And then I can also close the door to my bedroom. Now, these are energy weapons, and they can get through the cracks around the door. They can get under the door, and they can get around the cracks. So it's not going to keep the weapons out completely. So it's not going to keep them out of my bedroom completely. But what it will do is it will block their view. See, they have to be able to see you in order to target whatever part of your body they want to target. They have to be able to see you, okay? So I'm thinking that covering the windows on my door and then shutting my door at night instead of leaving it open may help block the view so they can't see me, okay? And then that way I know the energy from the weapons will still be coming around the cracks and under the door, but it'll be like, it won't be targeted directly on my feet or another part of my body. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, okay? Because I've had, almost 4 years experience with these weapons now, and I have learned a little bit about them just through trial and error and trying to survive, okay? So I do think that this is going to help. Like I said, covering the windows and shutting my door. But the burning sensations in my feet, like I know last night, let's see, was it last night? No, it was night before last when I had the shoes on. And then when I woke up and my feet was still burning, and then the other foot was burning, it was like, it took a couple of hours of walking around, and that's when my feet started feeling like it just felt like I was walking on hot coals, from a fire. That's how bad it was. And I couldn't stand it. I couldn't do anything. So I just ran me a Epsom salt bath, and I soaked in the bath, and that did help, okay? That does help. But if they keep hitting you in the feet, then it's just going to get worse. So, yeah, so that's the latest thing that they're hitting me with. I wanted to let you guys know about it because some of you may be going through the same thing. You may wake up in the morning, you may have pain in the bottom of your feet, and you might not know what's going on. Okay, I can tell you 100% without a doubt, it's the directed energy weapons. Yes, unless you've had an accident, and there's another obvious reason for the pain, then that's different. But if you just wake up out of the blue with pain for no obvious reason, it's the directed energy weapons hitting you at night while you sleep. Silent weapons, okay? Silent weapons and invisible weapons. This is why they've been so successful with this genocide program, folks, because the weapons are silent and invisible. You can't hear them or see them. But unless you have an infrared camera, if you got an infrared camera, you can pick them up on with that, because I have photos of it. By the way, I'm also going to look into getting me some infrared glasses. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to get some infrared glasses and try to see if I can see them at night. But anyway, I guess that's all I wanted to say today, was to let people know about the attacks on the feet. If you're having any pain in your feet or anywhere, they can hit you anywhere on your body, okay? This is the latest place they've been hitting me. So anytime anything new happens to me, I always want to put the information out there because I know there's other people that are going through the same thing that I am. They may not be being hit, they may not be getting hit in the same place I am, but they're going through the same targeting. They're in the targeting program. So share this information. Do whatever you have to do to protect your feet, protect your legs, protect your body. Do whatever you have to do. And also, I wanted to say, I use a weighted blanket for my legs at night. I do have that restless leg syndrome, and I know what it is. I mean, it's it's the weapons. It's the weapons hitting my legs. I know that. It's not a deficiency in magnesium. It's the weapons. It's the weapons, folks. So I keep a weighted blanket over my legs, and I try to keep it over my feet, but my feet always end up coming out from under the blanket. So that's why they're easily targeting my feet. Anyway, protect your feet, and if you have or you come up with a better solution to protect your feet, let me know, okay? Because I'm always looking for solutions. And that's all for now, folks. Have a good 4th of July tomorrow, and I love you guys.